Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And this week we're working in my idea box, which I haven't got next to me. I pulled out a couple of things I want to make. You've seen it before, so I didn't think you'd need to see it again. But I did want to just revisit this little project that we did last time, because I thought we really ought to finish this off. We kind of left it just as a base, really. But I thought we ought to fill it and finish it and make it all lovely. So I thought that's how we'd start today. I'll just get it finished off. I've got a few things prepared. Hopefully it won't take too long, and then we can move on to making a couple of new things. Although they won't feel new. I'm sure the ones I pulled out, I wanted a couple of easy ones because this was quite a I wouldn't say complicated, maybe a complex project. That there was a lot to do, and it took the whole video just to make this. I didn't want to do that every time. Anyway, let's start with this little piece. And I thought for the cover, I've got this lovely kit called Ladies with Letters, or something like that. Ladies and Letters. It's a ruby and pearl kit. Got lots of lovely images of ladies with books, mostly reading books or something like that, or reading a letter. So I really like this one, and I've just got a couple of bits pulled out from a Shabba Dabba Doodah kit, just for sort of some background. So I just thought I'd layer these bits up, just for colour, really. I just kind of like that. Quite simple, really, but I thought it was had quite a nice look to it. And I'm just going to round the corner on this one, on this background one, I think, just with a small punch, the smallest corner, and ink it. And I think this is from her Victorian Ephemera kit. These couple of pieces, I just wanted to use them for layering, really. And this one, I'm just going to leave as it is, and I'm going to snip the corners on this little piece, I think. And I'll ink these up as well. So it's nothing very complicated, because I just thought I thought she was just such a pretty image, and I just wanted to enhance her with what's behind. I'm trying to use things that are around me at the moment, trying to use scraps, trying to use things up. Just feel like I think we're all feeling a bit like that we've got so much stuff, we just want to use them. I'd been printing these bits off, and I think, well, I need to use them, because sometimes I print a load of things and never quite manage to use them. So I don't know whether to kind of slightly angle them so you get a bit of each. Something like that. Yeah, I think I will. So pop her on first. So I know quite a few of you said you enjoyed this make, so I thought you might like to see it all just finished off. Taken me so long to get around to starting this video this morning. I've just been, I don't know, faffing around. Well, not faffing around. I've had things to do. I wanted to get this prepared so it wouldn't take too long when we start the video. It wouldn't take too long to actually do it. So it's taken me a little while just to do the prep for this bit. and I've done some ironing this morning, and I've put some washing on. I had to get that out the machine. Every time I think, oh, I can start now, something else crops up. And I've got this bit of lace. Just trying to think where's best, whether to tuck it behind the pink piece. Might do that. I think I'm going to cut it down. So perhaps I'll just I need her to be kind of straight and everything else on an angle, not to have her on an angle, and then I might just put that down the edge. Put it underneath. Maybe that's best. Yeah, I'll put that underneath. Okay, I'll put that down first. Come on. They're such little bottles, these. They need topping up every 5 minutes. Okay. Just have that right on the edge there. Right, and now we're just going to pop her on there like that, I think. I think I might put a bit of the fabric glue underneath where it's going onto the lace. I can get it to come out. Right, so that's just the front. I think that just looks quite pretty there. And then here we've got a side tuck. So I took, there was a couple of scraps from the Stamperia pad. I don't think it was from this page, I think it was from another page, but I thought it went quite well. I put a piece of writing paper on the back, and that will tuck in. I've just rounded the corners, tuck in like that. It doesn't need a lot of decoration, but I'm quite liking to use, I'm using the Shabby Dabby Doodle's vintage perfume bottles in this, because I thought she might have a bottle of perfume or 2 or 3 bottles of perfume in her room, in her boudoir. So I thought I'd put some perfume bottles on some of the pieces inside this. This is a scrap of doily that I found. I don't know how many people I've seen on YouTube saying they want to try and use what they have this year, try not to buy too many new things. And I'm kind of feeling in the same, because I have so many scraps and so many things. One of the reasons I wanted to do this little series was because I want to try and use up my scraps a bit, or things that I have. okay. But also because it's quite fun to make some things. And I had all those boxes full of things that need using. That to-do box is ridiculous. And my scrap box is ridiculous. And so although I bought these perfume bottles for my Moroccan journal, they go really well in other things as well. And I have a load of them printed and cut out, so I'm using them. Yay! There we go. So that's a simple one on there. I do have this. I found a pack of ephemera pieces by K & Company, really old. I had this bird and I thought the colour went quite well, so maybe I've got a couple of them, but I think I'm going to put it on each of my tags. I might just put that there for no reason other than the colours go quite well. And it's one of those packs I keep thinking I really must try and use it, and then I forget about it for months and months, and then I get it out again. I think, oh yeah, I must use this. So here we are using some of it, a couple of bits of it, because I quite like the those little flowers go really well on here. So that's going in, whoop, if it was only glued down properly. There we are. It's going to go in here. It will go in there. It just keeps catching where I haven't quite glued everything to the very edge. But it'll be fine. Okay, so that one's in there. That's all done. That's our little notebook. Don't need to look at that again. Then we turn over and we've got a pocket here. So I found another little scrap. I think this is from the same paper that we used. So it's got that on the other side. So I could use either, but I rather like the front. So the back, I need a piece of, I don't think I took out a piece of to cover that with. That was the, I thought I prepared, but I clearly hadn't prepared quite enough. That's not wide enough. It's not long enough. Yeah, don't really like that on here. I need to go to my bigger scraps. That would work. I've got some packaging. This will work, I think. Right, so that's the back. So we just need a little something here, I think. So I really have gone for it on the scraps front. So I've got another one of those perfume bottles. And I need a glue book again, don't I? So I've got the tiniest or little narrow piece of music paper, so I thought, well, I'm going to use that. Because it is only such a narrow piece, it doesn't need very much, because I don't really feel like this needs to be covered. I don't mind if it goes over a little bit, but I don't think I need to. Then I had this really thin strip of book page, which I think is French, from what I can see, and you can hardly see enough words to make to decide on what language it is, but I think it's French. I thought I'd put that there. There we are. And then we're going to have our book page. Put our little perfume bottle right there. I think that will be fine. Like that. Yep, okay, like that. And then I've got this scrap of lace, and I've got really sticky fingers now. Okay, little scrap of lace that I thought I'll just make into a topper. Obviously not the whole piece because it's a funny shape, but I can use that bit. I think I'm going to have to get myself some new scissors, because these aren't really fabric scissors, but they're just left-handed scissors that I keep for fabric, but they're beginning to get a bit blunt. I can feel they're not cutting as well as they were. So I'm going to have to try and get a replacement, I think. And then, is that going to be too big? Might be a little bit big. I don't know. I think we'll just go with it. Put that there, that there. And there we have the little tag. That can pop in here. So that's that one. So this is filling up nicely. We open it up. We have this pocket here and we have this side tuck here. So we'll deal with the side tuck first. And again, I've got the other scrap that I had, because I had two. I've had to cut them down a little bit, but at least it's using them. And that has not punched very well on that corner. That's better. Have I inked this? Don't think I have. So I have put a piece of writing paper on the back, and I like to see what the bit around it. So I haven't completely covered it. So that's that. And then again, I've got another one of these perfume bottles. And this time I've got a lovely piece of old script, which I thought for a lady with what's it called? I need to check the name of this kit. It's driving me mad. Ladies of Letters. So here's a bit of a letter. I don't know if it's intended to be this kind of letter, because I think a lot of the images are ladies reading a book, so they're educated and they're having a lovely read. But I'm going to be loose with my interpretation and say there might be letters involved in this little project, because she could also have be reading a letter from a loved one. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. I really like that. This was floating around in my scraps box. I tried to use it the other day on something and it didn't work, but I think it works really nicely here. Yeah, that way up. So I don't want to over embellish these cards because there's not a lot of space. We need to keep this fairly flat as best we can. So I haven't really put a lot of lace or anything on except on the front because it just adds too much bulk, and this is just a small little folder really, little folio thingy. And then I've got the other bird. I'm going to put down there, I think. I don't know what the bird's doing there, but I like it. I like the colour. It brings out the colour from this bit. So that's what I'm going with. Okay, then that can pop in here, like so. Okay, so we have a journal card there, and all we've got to do is fill this pocket here. So I mentioned about letters being possible. So I've got one of Roxy Creations Antique Letters kit. So I've got this letter, which I've printed onto some paper that I bought as coffee dye, but it's printed coffee dye, so it looks coffee dye, but it's not genuine. But it's quite thick. It's just from Amazon. Got a pack of it. But it's quite nice to print things like this on it because it already looks old, and it looks old on the back. You don't have to do anything else. And I've had a go at folding it to see how it would fit. So I'm going to see if I can remember what I did. And I've inked all the folds, so that helps. So just folding it over like that, because there were fold marks on here, and I'm folding it. These two lines across here and across here, they were fold lines. So I've gone with the fold lines that were part of the letter anyway, and then just folding that up like that, and fold this in, and I'm going to tuck it. I've been seeing Rachel doing her tuck envelopes when she's tucking them all into each other. I haven't really got the hang of doing it, but I thought I'd give it a go. And actually it works quite nicely. It makes it a nice neat little pack like that. And you could always tuck something else in there, but it just makes it nice and tidy, and it will hopefully just pop in here. Just have that flush. It's kind of almost like a secret pocket really. So that's that. So there we have our little folio. Could put something around it. It's not flopping open, so I don't know if I need to put anything around it, but I quite like it just like that. So I thought that would be a nice thing to start off with today, just getting this finished and decorated and fill all the pockets. And there we are. So that's it. I'll put that aside. I can put that in my ephemera, ready-made ephemera box now. I'll put it to one side. And we can start on a couple of little makes that I'm sure they're not going to be new to you, but I just wanted to do them. So this is one of Tina's mass make pockets that she made some time ago. I think she probably made them several times, and I don't tend to do all her mass makes, but every now and again if I see something I like, I'll have a go and do it, and then keep it in my idea box for future reference. So I thought I'll make a couple of these today because it's quite simple. I think I used some Roxy Creations paper here, possibly. So, and I haven't glued it or anything so that it can be clear how it started. But ideally you'd have some paper that's not too directional. And it goes like that. So I don't know how mine's going to work out. printed on both sides just so that I haven't got a blank piece like that. So let's try this one. This is Roxy Creations. I'm just trying to figure out. So we start off, actually she's done it that way and then turned it around. So, sorry, say again. I need to start off start with my paper the same way as this one. So I've got it like that. Now I wanted this side to be the front, I think, because it'd be easier to decorate it. It's more neutral. And then, so the first fold is actually that way. It's not how I expected. So it's, sorry, I will. So it's folded sideways, like that. And then it's turned around. Well, I could turn it around like that, I suppose, but then it's, the direction's gone a bit weird then, hasn't it? Probably be better if I'd used one of her document kits, but okay, that one looks all right. So if I fold it like that, so it goes like that. And then you fold, so it's not very straight, I'll have to straighten it up. But then you fold this piece in, like that. I'll lose all the prettiness, sadly. So that hasn't quite worked as I thought it would. That's not quite how I intended it to go. Never mind. I suppose we could do it the other way. It doesn't have to be folded that side, does it? Let's try folding it the other way. It doesn't matter because this is going to be glued down. So if we folded it like that, actually this bit sticks out, so I folded it wrong anyway. So there we go. To fold it like that. What have I got underneath? That's a bit better. So fold it like that. And then we can fold this in. There's the new fold. Need to fold it to the right place. It's the nearest one. Okay, so then we just do a little, still lose the pretty flower. Okay, I think we've got it. By Jove, I think we've got it. Like that. And then you've got the background there, and you've got a tuck in here. So what we'll do is we'll glue this. I'm going to ink it first, I think, before I do any gluing. Right, so we can we'll glue this one down here. This is a pocket here. And then we glue glue along here and along here. And it does say a triple page pocket, so we've got one pocket here, we've got one here, and it's a case of where do we glue the back one? Do we glue it so that it comes out the top? I think we do. I think we'll glue it down this side. I think I need to trim it first because it's not very straight. So we're going to glue down the side, and then we've got another pocket at the top. Oh, no, I don't really want the wet one for that. I need a dry one. So then we have, I can find something to pop in there. Just grab a piece of book page. So then we have a pocket here, we've got a pocket there, and we have another one up here. So that's the triple pocket, and you could actually still use it as a tuck. I think that's quite pretty. It would be really nice all decorated up. I'll do another one to kind of firm it in my mind what I'm doing. So let's do that. This one looks like it needs a bit more of a trim. Because you can bet that'll be the bit that shows if I don't. Even though most of it will be folded in, I bet that is the corner that shows. Right. So now I'm not sure at all which bit's going to show and which bit isn't. So again, just because she's folded it, because it's that way and then folded up, so okay. So all my pretty bits are going to be on the wrong side, I think. We'll see. Hold that like that. Oh, maybe it won't. Maybe it will. And then I think the only way I can make it actually work the way I want it is if I fold it like that. That's it. Fold it in half again. And they are upside down. Or I could turn it that way, but then I've got got the opening at the bottom, and that's not going to work. I don't know how much it notices too much that the flowers are a bit upside down. And then we fold in this corner. And so we folded it like that, and then like that. Then we've got the big pocket here, and that's it. So it is really one, it's a fold that way, a turn, and then a fold that way but not right across, leaving a space, and then you turn in the corner, and that's it. That is all there is to it really. It's just getting your head round the way the paper goes. You're probably better off with non-directional, completely non-directional paper, but it's hard to actually find paper in different kits that are not directional to some extent. sometimes they can be a bit plain, can't they, if they're non-directional. Although that does make it easier to decorate, I suppose. But oh well. I wanted to use these papers because they're so pretty. Just lose a lot of the prettiness. Never mind. I'm going to ink that down here. And along the bottom. Make sure that's properly lined up there. Okay, and now we glue. Glue that one there. And then we glue this one shut. And then we glue down the side of this one. And that's it. That is our triple pocket from Shabba Dabba Doodah. So I've got those two. I still got my prototype. I might make a note. Non-directional is best. It's probably pretty obvious. But sometimes I need the obvious stating to me. So that's that one. And then the other one I wanted to try and do so this is it complete. It's just a triple pocket using book page. Dead simple. And I've got my kind of base here with a quite large piece of book page, but it doesn't need to be as big as that. So I think this is one piece that I've basically torn in half, but I'm going to use a couple of slightly smaller pieces here that are the same. And I'm going to try and tear them down together so they keep the same width. I'm just going to tear the edge. And the other side. Okay. So I think all I need to do, really, fold one up, roughly to somewhere near the top. Now is this going to be okay to fold? It seems to be alright. And then I fold the second one up, kind of halfway up. I'm sure these have been made many times. I just haven't made them for a long time myself. So that's pretty much it, but I like to decorate because this is all now, all these two bits are now upside down anyway. So I think before I do any more, I'm going to glue this to the back one, glue it together. Glue that one to that one. Okay, so that goes there. Don't think, does that need to be glued? No, that doesn't need any glue. Just don't need any extra glue there. And then that'll go in there. Okay. So I have this scrap, which I thought would work. It's a piece of Rachel paper. So I'm going to take take the first piece. I think I'll just mark it. Can't even see the top. There we are. That piece there. And then I need to make it a bit narrower to fit on my page, fit on my pocket. Can I see my mark? Is that it? Yes. That's one. And I'll pop the next piece just behind. There's already a mark there, as though it was meant to be. So I've got a mark there that I didn't make. And mark here. Get it on the mark. That one. And then the last piece, nice just to have the top of that flower there. There. And there. That pops in there. So I'll just ink these and then we'll glue them on. Right, so I've got this piece at the bottom, which I think should fit okay, hopefully. So I'm just going to glue these on now. Glue stick, I think, for this one. Oop. Lump got gouged out of there, I don't know why. There we go. Get that off. So that looks quite nice. Just going up the pocket. Just want my fingers, they're horribly sticky. Let's go do a little bit more inking on this side here. I think I might need to trim just a little bit where they're not completely straight. It's often the way, isn't it, when you tear things, they don't end up entirely as straight as you'd like. I'm just going to trim this side where it's sticking out a little bit. The pockets are not quite lining up. And really all I want to do now is do my thumb notch on the pockets. I think I'll use my small, oh, I don't know, no, I might use the big punch just because then I can do a shallower one, shallower notch. And on this one as well. See if I can get it more or less lined up. And that didn't punch very well because it's a bit wet. See if I can get it to, not that one. Use one of my smaller ones, see if I can just get that one to cut out. That's it. And we'll just re-ink where they're being cut out. And the other thing I'd like to do, but I think I won't risk it because it'll still be wet, I'm going to just chop the corners rather than round them, which I did on my previous one. And re-ink those. And all I've got to do now is glue down the pockets. One, and then this one. That's it. That's quite a nice little pocket. I like that. This sort of pockets I would use in any journal because I really like those kind where you can just tuck things in and you can have something, you can have it glued either side. It's kind of, you can go either side of your page and you can glue it whatever side you need and have something tucked in at the side as well. So yeah, I like that one. I just love making pockets. You may have realised this. I do like making pockets. So this one's come out a bit smaller than this one, but I quite like that size actually. I think sometimes it's harder to fill a big one. I don't know, but it can be made in any size. Look, this one is even bigger, but it depends on the size of your book page really. So that's it for today. Made that one. We've made a Shabby Dabby Doodle triple pocket, although a lot of the orientation is a bit wacky. And we decorated our one that we made last time, and I really love that now. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this turned out, with all its pockets filled. So, quite a full video today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.